Circus.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It sure is.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
I just read something from the Jeffies.
Yeah?
That tickled my fancy like you wouldn't believe. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, BBs, this morning. I'm basically live reacting to the Jeffies. I have been sick all week. I've been laid up in bed, and it is time for me to look at everything that was happening at the Jeffies. Allow us. You were on a trip most of this week.
Yeah.
Allow us to be. Have you ever wished that you could just like watch somebody's first reaction to a thing that you watched? Has anybody done that on the internet?
Never.
We'll
be the first.
What we're doing is we want to call it reaction content.
We should copyright the word react.
Ooh,
we should trademark that.
That sounds crazy. Let me see if we could do that. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Jeffies untouched.
I've seen a good bit of this, actually.
I'm going to go through the Jeffies untouched. I've seen some headlines, but there's one thing that I just got to, folks, and I cackled. I guffawed, I hooted, and I hollered right before we went live.
They noticed.
I know.
What is it? Tell them.
Do you want me to tell you now?
You already started laughing at it.
But this is the thing. Like, do you want to know later? Are we doing a cliffhanger? No,
you just tell them what you were laughing at.
Like and subscribe. Give a thumb up. Do you want to know?
Yes. Now. Okay.
One sub, one cookie.
You did it.
Post Malone's murder circus.
Yeah.
Post Malone's murder circus.
Now, again, this is actually... Okay, all right. We're here. What if we came to here?
We're not going to do it. Not when Post Malone's murder circus.
I wish we would. It's an update for Hunt Showdown.
I don't know what Hunt Showdown is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not a new game. It's not called Post Malone's Murder Circus. I mean, that was just...
That's the DLC, though.
That's the DLC, yes.
Hunt Showdown's Post Malone's Murder Circus is out now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, look, he's in it. He's here.
He's there.
Oh, that's the wrong headline, but there we go.
He's there.
There he is. That's Post Malone.
He's all like, Mama, and then a murder clown murders somebody.
Yeah, so it's not actually seemingly circusy.
Yeah, where's the circus?
I don't think it is. It's much more cowboy. He's wearing a cowboy hat. Oh, there's a clown. Totally a clown.
There's a clown.
That was totally a clown.
Because the thumbnail had a very circus. Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting clearly to the circus. On a whirling blade.
We're getting to the circus. But it's cowboys doing murder at a circus against clowns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sort of thing Jon Favreau would have made pre-Disney.
Yeah. Look.
You ever watch Cowboys versus Aliens? A Jon Favreau film?
I have not.
Check it out. Daniel Craig's there.
This is actually kind of a cool aesthetic. I don't mind it. I think it is weird. Hold on. This was the first time we actually saw like Post Malone in-game face.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it big for
Post Malone's always got his game face on.
Like, this is definitely weird to experience.
Yeah, because he sort of looks like a cross between Post Malone and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's definitely strange.
Post Malone's murder circus.
Yeah, I don't know. Putting celebrities in games, not my favorite thing. I think it's kind of weird. I think putting characters in games, like those kind of crossovers, I'm like, I totally see the appeal. 100%. I want to, hold a machine gun as Aang in Fortnite. That's cool. Post Malone feels cheap as me. Feels cheap to me.
Do you want to hold a chain gun as Aang in Fortnite?
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, yeah, if I'm going to play Fortnite.
Okay.
I get the appeal of playing as characters I know.
I
don't actually like it, but.
I hope he's actually called Post Malone. I hope he shows up and he's like, hey, it's me, Post Malone.
Here's the thing. Given that it's called Post Malone's Murder Circus in-game event, I bet he is.
I hope, we can only hope so.
I at best, maybe a cowboy Malone.
Post Malone's already a cowboy name. I think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's a pretty good cowboy name. Post Malone.
All right. Anyways, we're going to be recapping all of the announcements that happened at the Game Awards, as well as some of the results of the actual awards. It's very funny because it is an award show and nobody talks about the awards as much as they talk about the announcements.
No, we only talk about the awards when they do the nominations incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
Which they do once a year. They get something incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
since the announcements are so big and are going to take up the rest of the show, should we talk about a little bit of the winners first?
Yes. Do we start small and move up like an award show, or do we just talk about the top lines? I think we just talk about the top lines.
Let's do it.
Game of the year went to our sweet baby boy Astrobot. I actually love this.
Yeah.
Listen. For me, it was Balatro.
I got into Balatro last week.
And you love it.
I've been all in.
And you love it.
It's killing me.
It's amazing, right?
It's hurting me.
It's so good.
I hate it.
No.
It's good.
You love it.
I hate it.
Well, that you hate your self-control.
I lose on the final ante every time and I hate that.
Oh, get good.
Oh, fuck you.
Why don't you get good though?
I just started. Thank you very much.
That's okay. You need to unlock a certain number of cards before you can really it's a roguelike.
Are you winning all the time now?
Constantly.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're winning all the time, all the way through?
Like most runs, yeah.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, you just got to unlock more cards. That's all. Balatro, listen, Astrobot is a very good game.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't play Astrobot because they're like, this seems like a big Sony commercial.
Yeah.
And I say to you, shush. Why is this a big Sony commercial and Smash Brothers is not a big Nintendo commercial and Fortnite's not a big Aang with a chain gun commercial?
Well, I think it's the way that Astrobot was initially announced. You know what I mean? Like the way that Astrobot was integrated into PlayStation, it doesn't feel like it's a game. Smash Bros feels like, well, this is a combination of games I like. There are Nintendo games, sure, but I like those games already, as opposed to this is a PlayStation mascot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see the difference. I'm not saying they shouldn't play Astrobot.
Sure.
I'm saying I see why people would assume that Astrobot would be more of a commercial than Smash Bros. Because they're two different things.
Right.
The console I like versus all the games from the console I like.
Sure, but Astrobot, when Astrobot was created for the PSVR, he was just a little guy.
Yeah.
And he just ran around. He was a little guy.
Right.
And he was running around inside a PlayStation, and it was cute. And
there wasn't a game to it, really. It was just
there was.
It was explore.
But I mean, it was a platformer. It was a VR platformer. It was the same as this new Astrobot is. And then this new one came out. It's an amazing platformer. And somebody's like, yeah, you literally build a PS5 in it. Yeah, sure. That's okay. When you play Smash Brothers, you unlock an NES zapper and a duck hunt. You know what I mean? It's, I think it's interesting that people looked at it as though it was a giant Sony advertisement. And I think the thing that's really a bummer about it is more the situation around Astrobot. Like Team Asobi, the Astrobot team, was made up of geniuses from Team Japan. And it's a little weird to be playing Astrobot and unlocking and saving all of these Team Japan game characters when you know Team Japan was shut down to create Asobi.
Yeah.
That's the part that's weird to me.
Yeah.
The other part that's weird to me is, of course, the PlayStation CEO, the head of PlayStation, saying, oh, we just don't have the depth of IP that some of these other companies have. And then you play Astrobot and you're like, buddy, every time I unlocked one of those characters, I was filled with glee.
Yeah.
Every single time. You got games, Sony. You got games.
Well, let's continue down.
Yeah. But I do want to talk, because Game of the Year, I do want to talk Black Myth Wukong, Game of the Year. Black Myth Wukong? It was pretty.
I don't know a lot of people that were playing it.
A lot of people played it.
I know a lot of people playing it to review. I'm talking about people just playing it.
A lot of people played it first week.
Yeah.
And then they just dropped off because it was a mediocre game that looked really beautiful in Unreal 5.
Yeah.
Wukong got robbed? Okay. I mean, listen, everybody.
Hey, if there's Wukong fans in there, that makes sense.
Yeah. I thought it was a gorgeous game.
Yeah.
And it was fine to play.
Yeah.
It's fine to play. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, I'm glad did not win. I'm sorry. I'm a FromSoft boy. But it's a DLC and we're setting weird precedents.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that the Game Awards like to do is set weird precedents.
They love to set a weird precedent.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And
And then if you get into it where you're like, okay, so if we're questioning DLCs, are we questioning, Rebirth, which like it wasn't really a remake. It is essentially a new game. There is so much work put into that. But then is also Shadow of the Erd Tree because it's the size of a game.
No, I mean, listen, for me, Rebirth is a totally new game.
Yeah.
But there's just not a lot of fun in it. like Rebirth, the Final Fantasy remake games are filled with monotonous, repetitive, runtime padding sort of quests.
Yeah.
There are brilliant moments in both of the remake games. But they're surrounded by hey, can you run and kill 37 flying goobly gops and then bring me back a thing that says that you killed goobly gops and then run back and get a thing that you left on accident from where the goobly gops were? It's like, well, why did I leave the thing on accident? Because you programmed it that way?
Yeah, I could have gotten it.
Because I could have gotten both of it. When it's great, it's great. But it's not great all the way through. The only one I don't have an opinion on is Metaphor Refantasio, because as also a Persona person, I really want to dive in and play it, but I haven't had a chance yet.
Which Metaphor Refantasio won so many categories. They did not take Game of the Year, but they took a lot of others. So we'll get to that. Continuing, Best Game Direction also went to Astrobot.
Astrobot.
Nice.
My name is Astrobot.
Something that if this happens to be something you're not super familiar with the Game Awards, you don't check it out every year, you don't look at the list every year, something that might surprise you. If you've seen the Game Awards, it's not surprising at all. Almost every category has the same nominations.
You're not familiar with the Jeffies?
There are 7 games total that actually get nominated at the Game Awards, and they reoccur in every single category.
You don't know about the
best game direction is the same list as Game of the Year.
Well, because Jeff likes to model it after the Oscars. And the Oscars have...
And everyone agrees that the Oscars are run so well.
Yeah,
everyone thinks the Oscars are so good.
They're so good. And
we all agree that they've really perfected the award show.
Yeah.
There's no notes.
That's the thing. And so in the Oscars, you look at the Oscars, those are very respected.
Yeah.
Everybody respect Oscars.
Yeah.
And Jeffy look at Oscars and he goes, Oscars do 5-7 movies.
This is why we don't get invited.
I'll do 5-7 games. Why don't we get invited? Invite us to the Jeffies.
Probably because you won't stop calling him Jeffy. That probably doesn't help.
They're the Jeffies.
Anyways.
He's Jeff.
Metaphor Refantasio did take Best Narrative, as well as Best Art Direction.
Oh, I woe to any game that is up against a Persona team game.
Yeah.
In art direction.
Sure.
Anybody that can make an RPG menu fun to navigate for 60 hours.
Yeah.
You're boned. You're boiled. You're greased.
Best Performance, Melina Juergens for Hellblade 2.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, kind of unexpected. I don't know. I just looked at it and I was like, it's probably going to go to one of the same list, same list people. It's nice to see it go to somebody else.
Yeah. I think the Hellblade games only succeed because of her.
Yeah, I think that's great.
They also got Best Audio Design, which, if you've ever played one of those Hellblade games with some headphones on, woo! Final Fantasy Rebirth also got Best Score in Music, which, it's a Square game.
For Innovation and Accessibility, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now, I didn't play this, but I would love, this is something specifically from the community, I would love to know if you played it, if you were somebody who used any of those specific accessibility tools. I would just love to hear your experience about it, because I think it's a really important category, and I'd love to know more about it.
I didn't use them, but there was a large amount of them. I remember being like, oh, hell yeah.
I saw what a lot of the features were. I'm just curious in hands-on use what the experience was.
Games for Impact went to Neva, the new one from the Greece developers, which is a beautiful game. I played a little bit of it, and it's absolutely lovely.
Best ongoing game went to Helldivers 2.
I mean, look. They had, listen.
For this year?
They had some.
I think that's right.
They had a lot of controversy with the PlayStation account login on PC.
They did.
And that stuff kind of hurt them. And then there was some other stuff where they were kind of forcing some outcomes that people were like, huh? We felt like we wanted the story to go this way.
Yeah.
which if you remember, that's when they announced that their procedural story was created by just like a dude.
Yeah.
They're like, they have a GM.
They're like their architect.
Like Helldivers has a GM.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, okay, that dude's doing a lot.
I'll say that is the only game that actually like blew up this year for the first time, because everything else on here, Destiny 2, Diablo, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, all of them have had bigger years than this one.
I was going to say, in all these games, for each and every one of them, this year, I think was about like reset. We're starting over. We're doing it again.
Yeah.
Fortnite re-released Chapter 1 and Final Fantasy 14 is like, okay, here's a new onboarding. And there was like a lot of that stuff. So I think Helldivers was uniquely positioned this year.
Unsurprisingly, Baldur's Gate 3 was going to take Best Community Support. There was no question. There was no question if Best Community Support was going to go to Larian, Square Enix, Epic Games. Like, of course it was going to go to Larian. Of course it was. Great. Yes, correct.
I mean, look, I will say that the other two nominees that deserve to be there were Arrowhead for Helldivers.
Well, mixed, because a lot of that was a problem with community support.
Right. And then No Man's Sky for Hello.
And No Man's Sky has continued to be on this list, and that makes sense. Like, Hello Games deserves to be on this list.
All they do is support. But Baldur's Gate 3, obviously. Best
indie game, Balatro. I was so quickly converted.
It's so good. If I had my druthers, and I could have my druthers.
If you could.
If my druthers were available to me, Balatro would have been Game of the Year, and Best Indie would have been UFO 50.
Yeah.
Honestly, in a perfect world, I think we all know Balatro's Game of the Year. I think we know it. I understand that you're like, oh, but we can't give it to Balatro. These are giant games made by 1,000 people and blah, blah. Get wrecked, 1,000 people. You didn't make a game as fun as Balatro. That's just games, baby.
Yeah.
You got outgamed.
I'm loving Balatro, but I don't think it's Game of the Year for me.
Game of the Year.
I don't think Balatro's Game of the Year for me. I think it's 100% Best Indie of this list. It's not necessarily my Indie of the Year either, but like my Indie of the Year is not going to be on here.
Yeah.
I think that, I don't know.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a reminder in my phone for 2 months from now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, hey, you still playing Balatro?
I will not still be playing in 2 months.
Be like, you still playing Balatro?
I can tell you confidently I'm already falling off.
Already?
Yeah.
You're going to beat that one big blind? You're going to unlock a card and you're going to beat that one big blind?
I beat one big blind and I was like, that's cool. And then I started to fall off. Because I'm like...
But you said you keep hitting the final one, right?
Often. Yeah. I'm not consistently
when you beat that and unlock a bunch more Balatro... I'm just putting a reminder in my phone.
We'll see. If I'm still playing in 2 months, there's an update. That's great. I do love it. I think it's really fun, but it is just like a kind of fidgety little mobile game for me that doesn't exceed that greatly. But yeah, I've won once. I have only won the big, like final big blind, final ante once.
Distorted 1337 says, isn't it a card game? It's so much more.
It is just a card game, actually. It's so much actually more. Not so much more. It is a card game.
A million times more than that.
Genuinely is.
There's so much going on.
I don't, like, Anthony highly oversold it too before I played. I played it and I was like, expecting, what was the name of that game that looked like it was a card game but ended up being like a horror game?
Description.
Yeah? Inscription. When everybody's like, it's so much more, I was expecting Inscription. No, it is a card game. It has fun, like, strategy to it.
She hasn't beaten the final blind.
Like,
she doesn't know.
I have beat the final blind. That's what I keep saying. I have beat it.
I thought you told me you just keep getting to it and losing.
I play a lot.
Yeah.
I have beat it.
Oh, okay.
But I don't beat it every time. That's it. I have beat it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. It's a good game. It's a very good game. But it is a card game. There isn't secretly more to it.
There is.
There isn't.
There's so much going on.
He's lying. He's literally lying.
There's so much going on. It's wild. I like how the Balatro guy didn't even show up to accept the award.
Strategy. They also won Best Debut Indie.
Inscription's fantastic. Somebody was like, and then somebody said, I have never had a game go from fun to not fun as quickly as Balatro.
Yeah.
That's fair.
They took Best Indie, Best Debut Indie, and Best Mobile Game, and I think that's totally fair. Obviously, there were some other great nominations in there. But
PB is correct. Saige is not a true fan of Jimbo, a true friend of Jimbo.
No, I'm cool with Jimbo. It's fine. Anyways, best VR AR game went to Batman Arkham Shadow, and based on the marketing budget of that game, I'm not surprised at all.
Also, that's the only VR game anybody heard about this year. I'm looking at like Arizona Sunshine remake. Is it really time to remake Arizona Sunshine?
Yeah.
VR is in a place, man. VR is in a state.
I've been using my headset a ton recently, actually.
Yeah.
I'm back in on VR. I'm back in.
But is there a lot of new stuff?
There is since I played.
Yeah.
I got the 3 and I hadn't had it. So I'm all back in.
That's the trick.
A lot of new stuff for me.
That's the trick is if you take a year and a half off VR and then come back,
there's so much new VR games.
You're like, damn.
Yeah.
And then you have one of those VR weekends where it's like you find the 2 good games and then you play like 18 different things that are $8.
Right.
That are like fun for 3 hours.
Yeah. I need to
Did you play that one that I sent you with the little people that that build cliffside towns in your wall?
Yet.
Oh, play that. I want to know how it is.
All right. Best RPG also went to Metaphor ReFantazio.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Best action game goes to Black Myth Wukong.
All right.
Black Myth Wukong. Over Space Marine 2, Stellar Blade, Helldivers 2, Black Ops 6. Okay, Black Myth Wukong. Okay. Action Adventure went to
Family Game also went to Astrobot.
Now, Family Game, bit of a bummer because that's where all the Nintendo games get nominated.
I know.
That's the only time Nintendo gets to win at the Jeffies.
Yeah, the other nominations were Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire.
Hey, can I be honest with y'all about The Plucky Squire?
Yeah, didn't hit?
I really wanted it to. You remember how excited I was about The Plucky Squire.
Yeah.
I played The Plucky Squire and listen, it might be that it's a game for children.
Yes.
And
hence the nomination.
It's not one of those, well, there's children and there's family.
Yeah.
Family implies fun for the whole family.
Yes.
A Zelda game is fun for the whole family.
Right. It isn't literally a children's game.
Super Mario Party, fun for the whole family.
Yeah.
Plucky Squire, that's for babbies.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit of a bummer to me that it was just babby mode.
Yeah. I am still waiting to get into Princess Peach Showtime. I actually recently got Super Mario Party Jamboree, and I gotta say,
Mario Party Jamboree is supposed to be the best one in years.
It hits. And I miss when Mario Party was cool. Like nobody's like, oh, we're having a Mario Party.
I miss when Mario Party was a real country.
We were a real country when Mario Party was cool.
Yeah.
And I miss it because I'm like, why aren't my friends playing Mario Party?
Why isn't it really?
Every time I go back and I play a Mario Party, even the shittier ones in between, I'm like, fun with your friends.
Yeah.
This is a fun social experience. And maybe it's also like the nostalgia of Mario Party was very aligned to my childhood, but like, damn.
No, it's goofy party games. It's just goofy. And when you're playing alone against the computer on Mario Party, you realize the games are stupid and broken.
Sure. Don't do that.
But then when you're playing with friends, you're like,
this is the greatest thing ever.
This is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta get on that new Mario Party. We've got Metaphor ReFantazio. You said best fighting game went to Tekken 8 in a year full of big fighting games, I guess. It beat out Multiversus and the re-release of the 20-year-old Marvel vs. Capcom. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Best sim and strategy went to Frostpunk 2.
Oh. I've never played.
Manor Lords was there, and I think Manor Lords is fantastic. Manor Lords was very fun.
Oh, it beat Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah, Unicorn Overlord. It beat Age of Mythology Retold. Kunitsugami.
I'm not a big sim strategy person. That's more your thing.
Yeah. Mine was Manor Lords.
But I do like Vanillaware, and Unicorn Overlord I played because it's Vanillaware. So I wanted Unicorn Overlord to win because I don't know anything about anything.
All right, we're coming up on the end of this, of the ones that are particularly interesting.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer game went to Helldivers 2.
Congratulations.
That makes sense, I feel like, of this list, definitely.
Now, adaptation is how Jeffy gets the Hollywood to the awards.
Yes.
And it was a good year for adaptation.
Yeah.
You're looking at Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, and Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft.
I love Arcane. Arcane is wonderful.
Yeah.
But damn, Fallout had it.
Fallout's perfect.
Fallout was a perfect show, and there's no question for me that they deserve
Here's
this.
the thing. Within the gaming community, within our community, Arcane is a massive sensation, like
100%.
huge thing. But across the world to everyone,
yes,
Fallout was an amazing show.
It was like a perfect show start to finish.
Yeah, like my mom watched Fallout and she was like, oh, this was a game, right? I was like, yes, it was. It's one of those, you know what I mean?
Incredible.
Everybody loved it.
Fantastic.
Like a Dragon, hey, what are you doing? Hey, can I talk to Amazon MGM Studios for a second? Is Jeff Bezos and Stephen Metro Goldwyn Mayer here? Because how do you have Like a Dragon, the Yakuza series, and instead of doing the silly goofs like Yakuza's about silly goofs. It's about a man who does murders for the mob and then at night goes and races slot cars. They didn't like that about Yakuza. They decided Yakuza needed to be just about Mean Man.
Yeah, they decided it was about the Yakuza.
Yeah, it's nothing like the games. Like, Fallout worked. The reason why Fallout is so amazing is because it's Fallout.
Yeah, like it's so Fallout.
Yakuza could have been just the weirdest, most interesting show about a tough guy who also sings karaoke and like flies kites and shit.
It would be a great series. It would be a great like actual comedy series that has like, it has potential like Barry.
Yes.
You know? Like it could have been Barry.
It could have been Barry. It could have been like, here's this great guy that we all love. Also, murderer.
Yeah.
Murderer.
Oh, what you could have had.
Yeah, you could like, oh, he kills people and then he does 70 nights of yo-yo lessons. Like it's fucking Yakuza.
Yeah.
You threw it away, Stephen Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
All right, continuing, most anticipated game.
This should be illegal.
They honestly just should stop doing this category until GTA 6 comes out.
Honestly, it's just GTA 6 every year.
Of course it's going to be GTA 6. Stop doing this category until GTA 6 comes out or take it off the list.
GTA 6.
We get it.
Get it out of here.
Get it out of here.
It should get the Lifetime Achievement Award for most anticipated game.
Right.
It should be removed from competition.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not allowed to do this. Most anticipated game for 10 years means the game is not coming when people expect it.
Yeah.
It's just late now.
Right. We have to stop rewarding that behavior. We can't keep giving a game that doesn't exist and should already exist awards. We can't keep rewarding it for not putting the game out. Because here's the thing, too, that Rockstar is getting to enjoy right now. Rockstar is fucking loving that GTA 6 is perfect in your mind. And once it comes out, it will no longer be perfect. But right now, it is the greatest game that never was. And they'll just keep getting awards about it and attention. Oh my God. Insane.
Honestly, get it out of here. Get it out of here.
That's the end of it for me.
Yeah.
We're not esports people.
I don't know anything about creators or content.
Nothing.
Or esports.
Sure.
Esports. But here's what I do know. Awards are stupid. That's not why we come to the Jeffies. We come to the Jeffies for the commercials.
We come to the Jeffies. You got to put on the pinstripe suit.
We come to this place for paid placement. We come to this place to laugh, to cry, to pay $300,000 to have our trailer shown before everybody else's trailer.
To receive marketing news.
We come to this place to receive brands in our hearts.
Honestly, so accurate. We come to the Jeffies for cringe skits. Yeah.
Can I tell hey, why are the Muppets in the Jeffy Mines? Why are the Muppets in the Jeffy Mines? Is it that nobody is asking to use the Muppets? Hey.
We'll use the Muppets.
We'll use the Muppets.
We'll write a better sketch for the Muppets.
Why is nobody else going like every day like, hey, we should put the Muppets in something?
Yeah.
Is Jeff Keighley the only one with the foresight to ask the Muppets to be a part of a thing?
You know what it is? All these companies, it's exactly what you said. All these companies are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to market at the Jeffies. And he's like, we're taking in all this money. What should we spend it on? Because it doesn't cost him anything for everyone to be there. Everyone's paying to be there, right?
And everybody's like, the Muppets were fun, though. No. Don't think that we're saying it was weird or bad that the Muppets were there.
Hell yeah on the Muppets.
The Muppets should be everywhere. I shouldn't be able to turn on a television or open a streaming app or walk down the fucking street without seeing a Muppet. That's the world that I want. Yeah. I'm asking, why are we reserving the Muppets for once a year for the Jeffies? Get those Muppets out there.
Needs more Muppets. Okay. But we're on to announcements.
Announcements.
This is the big part of the Game Awards, realistically. Congratulations to everybody who won, all of the wonderful creatives that worked on so many games, aside from all of the companies that are obviously funneling money into this corporate celebration. There's also a bunch of really wonderful people, developers, creatives, writers, voice actors, artists that all worked on these games, and a huge congratulations, because that is genuinely, I don't want to when we're shit-talking the award season, I don't want to downplay that we also have friends who were fucking nominated for Game Awards this year, and that's massive, and I'm so proud of them.
Listen to me very carefully. We love everybody who worked on the Game Awards. We love everybody who was nominated for a Game Award, everybody who tried to go to a Game Award, everybody who made a game this year. We love all of them. Award shows are weird to me. That's all. They're just weird to me. That's it. Also, yes, I would play Fortnite if they gave Kermit a chain gun. I would.
Yeah.
I would.
See what I mean?
I would.
See what I mean?
Okay. Superman didn't get me there. Spider-Man didn't get me there.
Kermit could do it.
Kermit could do it.
Because it would just be so fun to be Kermit doing it.
Hi-ho.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. It was the thing that we played VR chat for. You know?
Where are we dropping, boys?
All right, let's get into these announcements. There was some huge announcements this year I was actually not anticipating. I don't know what it was, but I didn't have on my radar this year, oh yeah, Game Awards announcements.
Mm-hmm.
There's Game Awards trailers. But I didn't have anything I don't know, usually it's ooh, are we getting this at the Game Awards? But we got some big fucking announcements.
The very first announcement that we're going to talk about was one where I saw it, I went, oh, this is so lovely for Saige.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought. I genuinely thought of you when this happened. I know this is a game that's going to sell 100 billion copies and it's for everyone, but I specifically thought of it for you.
Yeah, because we got the Witcher 4 trailer. Specifically, Ciri-led.
Yeah, this is Ciri's Witcher game.
We knew it would happen. We knew this was an inevitability, and we're just so happy that it's here. Well, it's announced. It's not here, but it's real in theory. Usually a trailer at the Game Awards means it's real, but not 100% of the time.
I mean, look, we know that it's CDPR and it's The Witcher. It's coming. This is real. I do love that there are so many asterisks on every trailer now. They have to be so specific. They're this is rendered in Unreal 5 in real time on a GeForce 4090. It's not the real game, but this is what it could look like. Yep. Please don't get mad at us. But it looks gorgeous.
God, it does. It looks beautiful. It made me want to go back and play The Witcher 3.
Everything makes you want to go back and play The Witcher 3.
Kind of. The Witcher 3 is a fantastic game. I love that game so much. There's just so much of it.
It's too much.
There is always more to do, and that's what makes me go back to it a lot, as opposed to Skyrim, where I'm go start to finish.
Yeah, Skyrim is
I'm
just
going through. I'm playing it.
Skyrim, I just start up and I'm what do I want to do today? Do I want to kill a chicken and turn a town against me? What do I want? I want to do something goofy, stupid.
But there's always something new I can do in The Witcher 3.
They specifically said an unreleased GPU. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the 5090.
Probably.
This is, hey, listen, Indiana Jones fans, we all know ray tracing required now.
Yeah.
There she is. There she is.
I was so happy. It was great.
She kind of grew up to look like you, Saige. Kind of grew up to look like you a little bit.
It's just the freckles. That's it.
No, you have, well, here's the other thing. It is Eastern European.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So that's probably also why she looks like you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But it's kind of cool that she looks like you.
I'm a Russian Jew. I look like most other Russian Jews.
Yeah. Did you know that all Witchers are canonically Jewish, we decided? Just now. Yeah, this looks great.
Oh, yeah.
It's, it's mostly story. It's a lot of cinematic, but it sets the tone and it sets the whole thing. Very exciting.
I'm very excited about it. We got to see Ciri go after a monster. That's really great. Obviously, Ciri's been a badass, but God, I've always wanted this. So I'm very excited about it. This was probably my big announcement for it, but there was a few that excited me a lot.
Yeah. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet is the new Naughty Dog game, which looks interesting to me.
Yeah.
They've been working on this for 4 years, and you have a little bit of time to do that when you're just remastering 30 different games over and over again.
Yeah.
But this one looks really cool. They clearly wanted to get away from what they're known for.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, once again, this is not something where we get to see gameplay. This is an announcement trailer. But we are seeing Naughty Dog's take on this sort of like retro future sci-fi thing that's like very popular right now. And it looks like it's going to be cool.
Yeah, it looks, I don't know what it is, but it does look unique for the genre. And I'm not sure exactly what it is about that. But I'm still like, this still looks like an original game when we've gotten a lot of like this genre.
It's Naughty Dog putting all of their incredible art department and design people and story people into a genre that is overpopulated.
Yeah.
And if there's something that they're good at, it's kind of pulling out unique details in that.
Yeah.
Also, as somebody said, shout out to the Pet Shop Boys in the trailer. Shout out to the Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah.
The Pet Shop Boys, just as relevant as ever. We all know it. We all know it. We all know it. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I love a chain smoking, eye patch wearing, big boss ass fucking.
I love her design.
She's amazing.
I think she's so cool. If this game slaps, that's a great costume, great cosplay, great Halloween costume. I feel like she's the lead, like facial mocap actor, probably also the voice actor, I would assume. I don't know what I recognize her from something.
We didn't get a cast announcement, I don't think, but
yeah, I'm curious. Who that is.
It looks amazing. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I mean, at the end, we get sort of an idea of like what we're going to be going after.
I'm really into it.
And like, hey, I'm so happy that at the end she pulls out a laser sword instead of a fucking gun.
Right. That did that for me too. And the monster, okay, I'm putting a lot of things together, but this like monstrous robot was giving I built myself a little bit, which was really fun. It was giving like kind of like the robot monsters from the movie 9.
Yes.
Which I really enjoy. That kind of like, ooh, I found another arm and now I've got one more arm on one side.
Yeah, kind of those like Nier Automata vibes.
Yeah.
That's sort of like, hey, are they building their own thing?
I really dug this. I thought it looked beautiful and it looked like a movie, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it looked great.
Naughty Dog is very good at that. And I gotta say, it's gotta be very interesting over at Sony or any of these big publishers now, where anytime one of these companies, one of these studios is making a big flagship game, they have to think about, hey, it's going to be a game, but if it sells a few million copies, make sure it can be a movie or a TV show or, you know, like they really think about that now.
Yeah.
You can't just pitch at that level. Naughty Dog is no longer allowed to just pitch a game.
Right.
They have to give Sony the next Last of Us.
Yeah.
And I think this could be a very cool thing to carry forward as well. We got some confirmation in the live studio audience.
It is. It's she's from Sabrina, and that makes so much sense.
Who is she in Sabrina?
Like one of the mean girls, essentially.
Oh, the lead. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But we don't know who the big boss was.
Oh yeah,
No, but
I'm talking about the lead with the shaved head.
Yes. I know who she was. She was like the daughter of the headmaster. Yeah. She was good. She was a good character. Surprise, dum-dums. I bet you didn't think there was an Elden Ring spin-off coming.
I didn't.
You fools. You buffoons.
How do you feel about this?
One of the things that I don't do very much in a Souls game is the PvP and PvE.
Yeah.
I'm a single player, I'm alone in a dead world kind of guy.
Yeah.
But this definitely looks like a very interesting thing because it fills a niche that isn't quite there. Like everybody wants to be playing some sort of online multiplayer.
Yeah.
Team versus team, like whatever. But this gives it in a completely different way. It's not a shooter. It's not a Fortnite. It's going to have Souls style combat.
Yeah.
Which I think is very interesting.
Yeah, I could see myself playing this more than I could see myself playing Elden Ring traditionally.
Yeah, I love the idea of this because, you know, if you want to get like, even if you want to help a friend or like go into their world and help them with a boss, you got to be camped out in the right place and you got to be ready to go. But I think this is fun because it just lets a bunch of people play a Souls game together.
Yeah.
Which this is very good.
Yeah.
I'm either going to dislike this entirely.
Okay.
or it will become my life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's no middle ground on this.
Distorted in the live studio audience said I was originally very excited about it, and then I found out that it's forced co-op and no character creation. It's not Elden Ring 2 is all. Yeah, it's definitely not supposed to be. This is supposed to be a spin-off, not a continuation of the series. So this is supposed to be a totally separate thing and not instead of getting a second Elden Ring.
Yeah,
they're going to make another Elden Ring. It's just going to take a long time.
I would imagine it's going to be character classes, and then you're going to find equipment in the world. Yeah. You know, it's going to have those sort of like, those sort of like, you know, 1v100 sort of rules that we see, the battle royale rules.
Yeah,
but applied to a Souls-like. So no, there's probably no in-depth character creator, but that's fine.
No. And again, like I do think that makes sense in that this isn't Elden Ring. And I think that some of those things, if they had added them, like if you could solo play this, it's kind of just Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's different is that it is the multiplayer game.
Yeah,
so
and
it makes sense.
They're going to build these areas. It looks like it's kind of roguelite is what they said. So these are kind of, I guess, procedurally generated arenas, but they're going to be smaller than the world of Elden Ring, obviously.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I too, as everybody, of course, as we must say, I also want Bloodborne. We all want, and also with you, we all want more Bloodborne. Where is it? Where is it?
The next thing we have is a teaser for Project Robot.
Ooh.
How you feeling about Project Robot?
Fumito Ueda is back. If y'all know me, then you know I love Team Eco.
Yeah.
Team Eco no longer exists, but they were destroyed. Japan Studio destroyed. However, Fumito Ueda is back and creating a very Eco-like, Shadow of the Colossus-like, gorgeous new game that oh, look at that.
This looks weird as hell. I like it.
He's in his robot era. We're beyond weird.
Ooh, the head's just taken off.
We're beyond weird, crusty idols, and now we are in our robot phase. And I'm ready for Fumito Ueda's robot phase.
But also, isn't that robot kind of a weird, crusty idol when you look at it?
Yes, but that's why it's Fumito Ueda.
Yeah.
It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, this was very little. That's essentially all we got other than like a very long title screen.
There's not even a title. It's just called Project Robot right now. Hey, everybody, this game is anywhere from 1 to 14 years away. That's how Ueda works.
Yeah.
And Ueda?
What? Oh.
I got all the time in the world. You take your time, bud.
Make your game.
I'm ready for you.
Make your
Whenever.
game.
Did I tell you? I got to meet him once.
You did not tell me.
I got to meet him once.
Okay.
Once when I was hosting one of the E3s for PlayStation and they were pushing The Last Guardian. And I literally got to shake his hand for a brief moment.
Yeah.
They were like, he doesn't even have any time to talk. Please do not say anything to Mr. Ueda. They were like moving him. And he just Shuhei Yoshida. Shout out to Shuhei. He's a real one.
Yeah.
Shu brought him by me. He's like, Anthony, this is Ueda-san. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. I just like, that was all I was allowed to say. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I just shook his hand and I gave him a little head and he did the same thing. And he's like, all right, I got to take him somewhere else.
Me when you pushed me at Palpatine. Physically.
Well, I pushed you at Palpatine physically because...
Who also, again, being pushed through, had no time, was not stopping. And I appreciate it very much.
I tried to do the same.
Cherish it.
I tried to do the same thing with Harrison Ford with her, and she was too afraid. I've told this story before.
I couldn't.
She literally grabbed me and went, "Don't do it. No."
I couldn't do it.
She said, "No,
no,
we can't." She's like, "We can't say hi to him."
We've told this story plenty of times. It's a cherished moment. I didn't need Harrison Ford to see me. I just needed to see Harrison Ford.
Everybody at the Video Game Awards saw Harrison Ford.
Not like we did.
No, not like we did.
Not like we did.
Not like we did.
Not like we did.
Hey. Borderlands 4.
Borderlands 4. How are you guys feeling?
I still haven't played Borderlands 3, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a Borderlands guy.
I loved Borderlands 2.
Really? You loved Borderlands 2 and didn't play 3?
Yeah.
So 3 was the first one, and then I went back and played some 2.
2, Borderlands was very of a time for me, and its style of humor was very of a time.
That's fair.
And when 3 came out and everybody's like, look, it's Borderlands 3. I was like, I don't know if I'm there anymore.
My hot take is I actually don't think you have to like the Borderlands humor to like the Borderlands games.
No, they're good games.
Because like the Borderlands humor isn't really my thing, as you know. And I love Borderlands 3. It's such a fun jump in and play. It just makes you feel good. The world is fun to look at. It's just like, that's all it is for me.
Well, because Borderlands
writing
3
is kind of like, I think it's good, but it's not necessarily my favorite.
Yeah. Well, because Borderlands 3, they added colors.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That was a big move for Borderlands 3.
And like Borderlands 3 co-op is so much fun.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people loved Borderlands 3, and I should give it a shot. I think if you're a Borderlands fan, I'm very excited for you.
Yeah. I think this looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this trailer very much was, look, it's a Borderlands. So we learned a little bit about these characters. We saw mostly these characters.
Sure.
We didn't learn a ton about the actual game this time. But
they look to be the same archetypes.
Yeah, it's not hard to sell me on playing Borderlands 4. And you don't need to do anything. You don't need to break the mold.
No.
I feel really good about the fact that this looks like a Borderlands. I don't need you to do anything super new. I would just like more.
And I think something that it comes down to is once again a difference in the way you and I play. I'm not a squad up multiplayer game night kind of guy usually. Yeah. If I'm playing a game, I'm alone and I'm like, I am dissolving into a game.
Yeah.
So Borderlands, because I don't want to squad up with 4 people and sort guns.
Yeah. Well, you can just you can 2-player couch co-op Borderlands.
Yeah, that's true.
Love to couch co-op.
Couch co-op.
Love to couch co-op. That's how I played it. I never played online with people.
We always want couch co-op.
100% of the time in for couch co-op. All right, continuing.
Let's talk about how the hell did this happen? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Who made this call? I am so happy that you did. Okami 2.
Yeah.
An Okami sequel. And Kamiya is running the game.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about. I was like, who at Capcom is going to try to make a new Okami? Oh, it's Hideki Kamiya. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then they're allowed.
Yeah.
Then they're allowed.
Yeah, then yes, please.
Absolutely. This looks so insane. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is my first time seeing this. And like, wow. Wow. They really got the tech to pull it off now, huh? Like the thing is, the first one had the painterly look and the cell shading and all that. And it was like, wow, games can look like visual art. But now they really got the tech to do it, right? Like that looked like painting.
I mean, we saw very little, so I'm curious, but it looks like painting. It looks very unique, and there's been a lot of painterly style games, but it looks unique in that, but I'm very curious to see when we see the actual game.
Yeah, because that was one of the other things that Okami did is while everybody was trying to do, oh, look, we can do cell shading, we can do cartoons, we can do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Kamiya came in with Okami and was like, yeah, but can you do it well?
Yeah.
Because I will.
Yeah.
Because I will if you won't. Sorry.
Did you watch the Outer Worlds 2 trailer yet?
No.
How do you feel about Outer Worlds? Are you an Outer Worlds fan?
I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about Outer Worlds. I didn't get all the way to the end of Outer Worlds.
I didn't get to the end either.
But
I don't get to the end of most games.
I don't get to the end of most, even Fallouts and stuff like that. Obviously I love this team.
Yeah.
And the first game was really great. I just fell off because if I'm playing a game like this and I fall off for a week, I never come back.
I feel the same way.
I just never come back. And if I do, I have to restart.
Yeah.
But it was really good. And I'm excited they're making a sequel. I think it's going to do freaking gangbusters. People really loved the first one.
Yeah. This looks great. It looks like they, really recaptured Outer Worlds. It looks like it has a fun humor to it. It looks kind of goofy and silly like it should be. And I think a lot of new people were just introduced to Fallout. And I think there's going to be a huge overlap with people who are like, okay, I've played Fallout. Now I need another game.
What's like Fallout?
With Outer Worlds.
Live Serial in the live studio audience says, all of my companions in Outer Worlds are my best friends. That's the thing about these games, right?
That.
Like when they're done really well, like when Obsidian does these games really well.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like when I was playing KOTOR, I'm like, that murder droid and I,
yeah,
we're ride or die.
Yeah.
And we always have been and we always will be.
Yeah.
There's a Mafia game. Who cares?
Okay, now we can start scrolling around. We hit the big ones, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We can see what else.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Tales of the Shire.
Yes.
The Lord of the Rings game.
Correct.
They gave a little bit of an update.
But first, shout out to Kennedy, Cozy Games. Hell yeah. Fucking awesome to see you in the Game Awards.
Yes.
We love it.
How's this one looking to you as our resident Cozy Game Build-A-Village?
Looking so good.
Yeah.
Looking so good.
Is it good enough that you'll watch a fucking Lord of the Rings movie?
No, I'll play the game. You don't need to watch Lord of the Rings to play this.
No, you don't. But maybe, I thought if you like it enough, we can get you this year to watch the Lord of the Rings
Yeah, maybe
movies.
if I like it enough. Here's the thing. Every time somebody says, Saige, will you watch the Lord of the Rings? I say yes.
Okay.
But what I don't do is organize the movie night.
No. To me, it is a New Year's Day thing.
Sure.
Always has been.
I'm here for New Year's Day every year.
Okay. We'll do it.
Sure you will. Everyone says they will.
We'll do it.
Sure you will.
But it looks good to you?
This looks fantastic. It looks exceptional. It looks better than I thought it would. And I had pretty high expectations of it. The cuteness level is at 3,000.
Whoa.
They fucking cranked the cuteness level on this game.
Whoa.
They held nothing back on, like, they sent in their art drafts and they said, no, make it cuter. And then they did it again. They said, no, make it cuter.
We're talking about a game about little sleepy guys with big, cute feet.
Like,
you better make it the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. I swear to God.
look at
I
this.
swear to God. Oh my God.
Look at this cute fact. Like, look at the level. Look at the skip.
It's a little run cycle.
Come on. I'm not kidding. All of the, even down to the shapes of the buildings. Everything is so cute. They killed it on this. I hope the actual gameplay is fantastic because, like, the art is great. It looks like so much fun. It looks like such an excellent escapism. Like peak escapism. Love it. Okay. What else are we feeling? Slay the Spire 2? You know, look at that Slay the Spire 2 trailer a little bit?
Sure. Are there
Yeah.
cards? There better be
If
cards.
you believe it.
If there aren't cards,
There they are.
There they are. There are cards.
Looks fun.
Yeah. I was a bigger Darkest Dungeon person than Slay the Spire person.
Yeah.
But I understand Slay the Spire. I understand why everybody got so into it.
Do we have any big Slay the Spire fans in the chat?
Final Fantasy Rebirth is getting a PC release in January.
Yep.
So congratulations to everybody who's been waiting to play it.
Yeah.
Thick as Thieves.
Video struggling to play.
It's Thick as Thieves. The new War Inspector game. The new War Inspector game that is a multiplayer heist game. You and your friends in a War Inspector world.
In a world.
Stealing things together.
So in. This is a
Saige and Anthony game, I think.
God, I love this.
People are saying from the guy who did Deus Ex. I like to think it was the guy who did Epic Mickey.
Great.
But, you know.
1,000% in. I'm so into this. This is the reason I play Dungeons and Dragons, you know?
Yeah.
I just want to do little heists and adventures with my friends. I love a co-op that is like, ooh, we can have a little strategy. Yeah. And I know that you can do that in any co-op, but like, I don't find that in shooters. Everybody's doing their own independent thing in a shooter. I love when it's like, all right, guys, we're going in, we're doing this, We're taking this way around. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Is Warren Spector the thief guy too? Yeah, but I sort of think of him as the Epic Mickey 2 guy.
Like so much fun.
This gives me Dishonored, but silly. This gives me Dishonored, but dashing.
I love silly. I love group strategy. I love stealing. I'm in. It's everything.
And hey, Sony, who says that they don't have any games or IP, why wasn't there a Sly Cooper version of this?
So true.
Why wasn't there a Sly Cooper version of this?
Where's Sly Cooper when you need him the most?
Where's Sly Cooper? Where's the Thievius Raccoonus?
Yeah.
Is what I'm asking.
Continuing with like silly little multiplayer games, Midnight Murder Club. This looks very fun to me. I think that this is already, this says it's the crossplay beta trailer. I'm not sure what there already has been.
Oh, okay. This is probably a PC game that's coming to console.
I hadn't seen anything about this game. This was the first time I'm hearing about this game, I think. I don't know. We see a lot of games, so it's also possible I've forgotten the existence of this game, but I don't think I'd seen anything about this game.
Possible.
Has anybody played it? How do you guys feel about it?
Midnight Murder Club.
It looks like it's one of those fun things that fits into that, the same kind of night you'd play Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
You know? Same kind of night that you'd jump in and play like Helldivers or one of those like,
just everybody's trying to kill everybody in an old mansion?
Kinda, yeah. But like with fun little murder traps.
Oh, okay.
It's like, what's that movie? Ready or Not?
Yeah.
It's like Ready or Not.
Okay.
Where so you're trying to find fun ways.
You don't have like a lot of weapons. You have a lot of like bear traps and stuff.
I think
things that you have to set
a
up.
lot of weapons.
Yeah. But they're not, what I'm saying is it's not like gunplay.
Yeah.
You have a lot of gadgets.
So you do have guns, but it would behoove you to use additional things with it. Like bear traps and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a dark haunted house. You're all trying to shoot each other, but you need additional things in order to do so. Because it's dark. So you need to catch somebody so you can get them in the light.
Get them in the light.
Get them. I don't tend to play a lot of competitive games against my friends. So I'm curious if there is a team-based version of this because I don't like going against my friends.
I would imagine at the very least there's an asymmetrical mode where one person, it's it's like 6-on-1 or something.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking a little bit earlier about Like a Dragon. Here's Project Century.
Woo!
The new Like a Dragon game. Pre-alpha footage. This one's set in 1915.
Okay.
Which I really love. And I'll play any Like a Dragon game.
Of course.
I will do it.
I know you will.
I want to know. Twice. I want to know what silly, ridiculous little hobbies my good murder man can have in 1915. What's he going to be doing with his time?
Murder?
A little bit of murder.
Most likely.
But it's so little. Honestly, what's the 1915 version of the karaoke bar and the telephone dating and all that stuff? What are we going to be doing?
Loudly at a pub?
Yeah, probably. Oh my God. Don't hit somebody with those, buddy. That's the good sake. Whoa! Just pulled somebody's entrails out.
I'm loving your live reaction to this.
We are like a dragon now. Dang, that's a lot of blood, buddy. That's a lot of gore.
So funny.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm going to give you one that is the exact opposite vibe.
Okay.
Okay? You've heard of unpacking. Now, they bring you packing. This game is one move away, and literally, I'm not joking, it is just a game where you're packing. I love a game that does one thing. Big fan of it. I love a game that is a small, simple task. I played a lot of Totally Reliable Moving Service, which is like the silliest version of this.
Yes. I love that game.
It's so fun. I love it. It's great. This is, you're literally just packing up all your belongings. You're trying to fit them all into the car. It's a fun little like, not quite a physics game, but a little bit of a physics game. Not physics game like Totally Reliable Moving Services.
No. But physics game in that you have to fill everything properly and make sure the weight is distributed and you're not going to crush anything.
Make sure it all stays in and make sure get it all to fit. I love it. Which again, this is like a huge part of Totally Reliable Moving Service is trying to just make sure it all fits in the truck and trying to stack it right. But this is like a quiet, close
but also a huge
set down
part of
version of it. where your limbs work right.
Also a part of totally reliable moving service, a huge part of it is throwing couches through windows.
Yes.
Which I feel like is not this.
Yeah.
Saige, what if I told you the team behind Sifu has a new game coming out?
I'd leave.
You'd leave, right?
I'd leave. You're not going to tell me that, are you?
I am.
I'd run out this door.
Well, you didn't like Sifu?
Yeah, Sifu's great.
Okay. Well, let's just say this is all hypothetical then. Hypothetically, the Sifu team was making a new game. Okay?
Okay.
What if I told you that hypothetically, it was a football game?
Oh.
What if I told you that the people behind Sifu were making a football game? And the game is called Rematch.
Okay.
And I've got a feeling this ain't your eFootball 2024, if you know what I'm saying. This ain't your PES 2024. This has got to have something weird going on with it.
Jacaraba in the live studio audience said FIFU.
This is FIFU. This is FIFU 2025. I have a feeling that this has some like replay, rewind, Sifu style mechanics and like roguelike mechanics.
Yeah.
For a multiplayer game.
Here's what I'll say. It looks like a really, really good football game. I am not going to be playing a football game, but it looks like a really good one. Like I look at that and like, look, I'll be honest. I look at FIFA and I don't see the appeal in the slightest.
I just think
it activates nothing in me.
Yeah.
This makes me go like, ooh, I'd almost like to watch someone play it a little bit.
It's gorgeous because they're using that Sifu art style.
I don't watch soccer games.
No.
Of real people playing it, but I'm like, this is prettier. I think I'd enjoy watching this more.
I think it's fascinating. I wonder what they're doing. Like, I wonder why.
Yeah, why them, why this?
Like, why them, why this, why now?
Yeah.
Why is your follow-up to Sifu, you know? I think that's all very interesting. And what they're just showing football right now. They're just showing soccer. But I feel like there's something they're hiding.
Yeah?
By the way, I watched that Secret Level.
Yeah.
That television series Secret Level.
Tough. Huh?
It's a rough watch.
Yeah.
There's a Sifu episode, and it's one of the better episodes, but
okay.
Woof, that show's a rough watch.
Yeah.
Hey, I would recommend.
Yeah. A game that everybody is absolutely hating from the Game Awards.
Oh.
Which doesn't happen very often.
No.
Is Catly. Okay?
Catly.
Sounds like it. An open world adventure game starring beautiful hyper-realistic cats. Okay?
Is it for a game?
No.
No.
No, like realistic,
no,
like realistic, like cats.
Okay, cats.
Okay, we're gonna watch this one big.
Oh, I already love this game.
Well.
This is great.
Yeah.
Whoa! No, I love this game.
Well.
This is some Garfield His 9 Lives shit.
Well.
What is going on right now?
In theory, I want to be on board. A lot of people are accusing this game of a lot of use of AI in their art.
I mean, it's possible. You know what else is possible? Fucking weird ass cat game.
There's a couple of things where like the physics, like the way that slid just didn't really work for me when they're trying to make it like hyper realistic.
Yeah, but that's just video game.
Yeah, I've seen better.
Sure. This is what happens when
I'll be honest, this like those characters, if it isn't AI, because we're really cautious about accusing people of using AI because I think it's really overused for I don't like this art style.
Yeah.
If it isn't AI, then I think it's not very good art. Yeah. It's one of the two, and I don't love either option. Specifically, once the human character models came in, I was like, oh, this looks like incredibly generic AI art. Like this looks like Midjourney, what people generate on it.
Yeah.
So if it isn't, then I think you've made something very generic, unfortunately.
Right.
Right? Because like the idea, literally what Midjourney is creating the most generic because it is pulling from what exists the most.
That's where I sort of land until there's anything that's and it's even possible that they took a lot of their production art where they were coming up with ideas and production art was generated by AI and then they 3D modeled that.
Yeah.
Like that's possible. But did they get it?
Nope. Worse. So much worse. Guess what it is.
Don't
read it.
I won't read it. What is it?
You can own the cats as NFTs. Your cats are NFTs.
Jeffy!
Your cats are NFTs.
Jeffy! No, Jeffy. You didn't. Jeffy, did you know?
And they've got a fucking shit coin with it.
Jeffy, did you know?
They got coins, they got NFTs, and people are suspecting that the trailer itself is AI generated.
Jeffy. Did you knowingly put this in the Game Awards?
Oh, 100%. 100%. The NFTs part was not hidden.
Jeffrey Keeley. Jeffrey Tiberius Keeley.
Not hidden at all that the cats are NFTs.
What did you do?
That's why they show this. That's NFTs. That's them showing that, again, look at these fucking clearly AI generated human models. I'm so sorry, but
Tiberius Keeley, you know better. You know better. What did you not get enough money from the other money? What was that money? Not enough money?
You need some more money to go with your money?
Yeah, it was the money not enough for the money. You looking at the money and you were like, this could be more money.
I spent all my money on the Muppets.
Statler and Waldorf are not cheap. They're very particular.
We have to take on an NFT game. I'm also just like, what's so funny now is I'm like, in 2025, you're releasing an NFT game?
Just Jefferson.
Like, it just feels like.
Does Jefferson Keeley have a stake in this thing, do you think? Do you think they paid him in money and a stake? That's how these things usually work.
I don't know.
Do you think he owns several NFT kittens right now?
I don't. I don't think he believes in it that much.
But they were like, we'll give you X amount of dollars plus some of these sweet kittens.
No, because I don't think, look, here's what we know. Jeff Keighley's good at making money.
Yeah.
This is not going to make money. These NFTs are not going to make money.
Why did he take their money? There's so many. Here's what I know about the Game Awards. Not only is it expensive to put your game in the Game Awards, you are bidding against other people who want their game trailer in the Game Awards. Like if a game is in the Game Awards, it's because they paid a lot of money and the people at the Game Awards, including Jeff, looked at it and went, this is a good fit. This is not a good fit. This is a good, like, I know that people get rejected from showing their trailers.
Yeah.
How'd this cat get through?
I genuinely don't know. It must have just been so much money. They must have just backed the money truck up to the Game Awards. That has to be it. They aren't blatantly acknowledging. They don't say the word NFT anywhere in the trailer.
No.
So it also could be like a lack of research. They just took the money and didn't like research this game at all. I don't know.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
If you're going to take, it seems weird to just take on a trailer from a first, but here's the other thing, from a first time developer, but here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, the other thing he loves, the other thing the Game Awards love, is to create a little bit of talk about the Game Awards.
A little controversy. A little controversy.
A little controversy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take a little bit of money. Yeah. Right? You take a little bit of money, and by a little bit, I mean like anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 usually.
Yeah.
For the Game Awards, and then you go, well, we'll put your commercial out there to the world.
Yeah.
I'll be very careful about how I introduce it and how I follow it up.
Yeah.
And we'll let the people respond to it
however they want. Yeah, I did just look it up. I was trying to see if there was a direct price for how much it costs to have. Obviously, it would be a range depending on like your slot and a million other things.
Yeah.
The time that it runs.
Yeah.
There wasn't a direct list of prices for the Game Awards, but in Summer Games Fest, people have said that when was this? So yeah, this was just 6 months ago. They said that it costs between $250,000 and $550,000.
Yep.
For up to 2.5 minutes at the Summer Games Fest. So I would assume that the Game Awards is pretty comparable.
Yeah, from what I've heard, yes. And then there's additional stuff like if you want it couched as like, oh, a Game Awards exclusive, as opposed to just like running the trailer. If you want Jeff to intro it versus other things, like all of that.
There's going to be a lot of factors.
But wow, those cats made it through.
That means that somebody put, let's see, how long is that trailer? A minimum of $250,000 into that cat NFT game. From people doing some research, this came up on Reddit. People are saying that the company behind it has like nothing, no traceable anything. They couldn't find anything about it. They couldn't find anybody who actually made this game.
Great.
They're called Super Authentico.
Yeah, that sounds like a crypto company.
Yeah. They declined to comment on whether or not the game was made using generative AI.
Sure.
Hey, if you decline to comment on whether or not the game is made with generative AI, you are saying it was. It's like, it's pleading the fifth, you know? Like you're taking the fifth because you'd incriminate yourself, right? Yeah. Because otherwise people consistently want to go, whoa, no, our artists made this.
Yeah.
Please do not think this is generative AI.
Yeah, even the Pal World guy was like, no, we ripped off the Pokemon designs by hand. Thank you. Listen, we have artists that are smart enough to figure out how to rip off a Pokemon. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Literally on searching Super Authentico, nothing comes up on Google.
No.
Nothing.
Why would it? Why would it? They're trying to pump and dump cats.
Yeah. So, hey, don't get got. That's about it.
That's a shame. Because when that cat in the beginning looked like maybe it died and it opened up opened up a portal to cat heaven.
Could have been something.
It could have been something. We could have had something.
You look at this, okay, and you go, oh yeah, that's AI art.
Oh, that skybox is 100% AI.
Yeah, that is 1000% AI.
That skybox is AI for sure.
So, you know, I wanted to be in, but all of these do just look like Midjourney at this point, you know?
Yeah. Hey, do you want a little palette cleanser from that?
I do. Bring it up.
The company that made Blasphemous, which was one of my favorite 2D kind of Souls-likes, is apparently taking on Ninja Gaiden.
Oh.
This is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which is going to be a return to the classic Ninja Gaiden gameplay. It looks like you are not Ryu Hayabusa. You are like a student of Ryu Hayabusa. Okay. And I skip ahead here, you can see past the animated trailer, you've got some real blasphemous looking pixel art, which I love.
It looks good.
I love that the team that made Blasphemous is going to use the Ninja Gaiden license as an excuse to make this the hardest fucking thing anybody's ever played.
Yeah.
I can already tell by how he's like bouncing off of the projectiles that the boss is throwing out. I'm going to love the hell out of this game.
I am absolutely never going to play that game.
Ooh, I'm going to play it.
You're going to come in one day and you're going to be like, it's a good game. It's a good game. And I will never play that game.
That's summer 2025.
That's great.
Xbox.
That's excellent. I think that's, most of the trailers. It is 10/24. Do we want to talk about any of the other little things that are going on right now?
No, but I do want to mention one. No, but I do want to mention one final trailer, which is connected to the video game show Secret Level. There's a Pac-Man episode.
Okay,
Saige.
I'm ready. Oh, that's right. I did see this. Yeah.
This game is based on the Pac-Man episode of Secret Level.
I don't understand.
Which is, if it wasn't based on Pac-Man, I would have been like, this is kind of an interesting story. But it's weird as hell. And they have turned it, that puck that follows you, that's
Pac-Man.
Right, but it's an AI. It's an AI that tells you that you must feed, you must eat to survive, and you must get out, you must escape the maze.
An in-world AI, not like a...
Yeah. It's it's an actual AI. It's an AI buddy.
I just want to be clarifying that this isn't like...
This robot can see your credit card numbers. And
this isn't like a weird in-game use of AI. It's that you're being followed by an AI. It will kiss you on
the lips if you ask. But yeah, this was the Pac-Man episode of Secret Level. And I was like, this is a wild take on Pac-Man. And it turned out they were making a game about it the whole time.
Okay.
The game that launched the series that launched the game, it's Worlds Within Worlds.
Won't be for me. Won't be for me.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's dumb that it's based on Pac-Man, but I'll give it a shot.
I do want to talk about real quick something that happened while we were away.
I'll leave.
I'm going to do it.
I'll leave.
Hypothetically.
Okay.
Hypothetically. If Funko was using something called Brand Shield that automatically detected uses of their IP, and damn, do they have a lot of IP at this point, to take down things on the internet without review. And hypothetically, if in using that,
because no company would do that,
they let this thing take down itch.io.
I don't know if any of y'all saw this. This was bonkers. Funko has just one of those takedown robots, and it's just like, itch.io is infringing on Funko Pop. Are you sure, Funko Pop? Are you 100% sure to the point that you really want to like go for legal action? Are you sure to the point, Funko Pop, that before you double check whether this is appropriate, you're going to reach out to the creator of Itch's mother with a legal threat?
Guys, this is from the official Itch account. This is not a joke. Funko just called my mom. And this is like a transcript of it. Got a strange call from a company about accusatory statements on your social media account. Call me.
Because
why did they call?
Funko called his mom and told him to stop.
Why did they call Itch.io's mom?
So they shut down Itch, and the creator of Itch was like, hey, just so you know, Funko did this. Like, we have the documentation.
Yeah.
Funko shut us down for no reason whatsoever. They just think because they're a big company that they can run their auto shutdown bot and they'll never get in trouble for it. They shut down the largest independent game and media store online right now. And when he said, hey, Funko, I can't believe you did this, Funko called his mom and said, your boy is being mean to me. Your boy is being mean to me, the corporate personhood of Funko.
Why would you call his mom? How did you get his mom's number? Why did you get his mom's number? And why was the answer, yeah, we should call her?
Your son looked me in my cold, dead eyes, my black, dead, interchangeable eyes.
In my giant square head.
And said, you don't have any legal reason to take down my business. And it made me sad. Tell him I'm legal and I'm going to legal him. You tell him, Funko mom. What? What? What are you?
Why would you?
That's so wild that you would overreach to the point where you hunted down, you had your legal team hunt down this guy's personal information, found his, and when he was not giving you the proper response that you wanted,
it was because he went to Twitter.
Yeah, he went to Twitter.
Don't tell people we did what we did.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't tell people we did what we did.
He publicly said Funko is doing this. And so they called his mom about it. They said, your boy is mean.
Oh my God.
They literally harassed this guy's mom to get him to stop telling the truth on Twitter.
We know someone who works at Funko, and I know they are having the worst week. They are having the worst week, and I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
They're a normal person that just works there. That it would have had nothing to do with this.
They're a normal person. They stand about 8 inches tall. They have like a really gigantic head, no mouth, and yet they must scream.
Scream inside your heart.
Hey, just a reminder. Itch is the fucking greatest.
Yeah.
If you are a game developer or an artist, if you make zines or RPGs or music or art, and you want to sell it, Itch is a great place to sell it. If you're looking for things from independent developers and artists, Itch is a great place to buy it. A lot of your favorite games that you buy on Steam and stuff are also available on Itch, DRM free, with no corporation in between you and your game. Itch is wonderful. Support them.
Great. And that's it. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much for being here. We missed you on Monday, and because it is Friday, this isn't it, BBs. There's more.
There's so much
Patreon. Patreon.com/Pixel Circus for just $5 a month, or start with a free trial. You can get a bonus clip from It's Too Early every week. We would love to have you. Check it out, try it, see if you're into it. There's other stuff there too, especially as we move into the new year. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff coming.
Yeah.
The Patreon, to the channel, to everything. Subscribe. If you are not subscribed already, like the video. It really helps us out. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. We have our tabletop channel. We have Pixel Pop. And it's cool if you do so.
Yeah.
Nice.
We barreled right through it, but I want to tell you this. You watch the Patreon today, you're going to get an update on a story that we were very, very interested in. You're going to get a story about the man who kayaked away from his family. We have an update.
I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you about it. It's going to be great. That's going to be on the Patreon later today. So do head on over there. Also, you can join the Discord if you want to suggest some stories, things that you would like to see us talk about. We would absolutely love that. We want to talk about things that you want to see us talk about. A bunch of people suggested stories that we covered today. You have the ability to tell us what to do.
I only want to talk about things that you don't want to hear.
So also, shout out to Seth Brower for providing the story, the update that we're doing on the Patreon later today. Very dope. Very cool of you.
If I ever see Seth Brower, I'm going to push him.
Well, there you go. Do not identify yourself at a convention to Anthony.
I'm going to give him such a shove, and I'm only going to talk about things you hate.
There you go. Low Dog said Skeleton Crew. Anthony, are you watching Skeleton Crew yet?
I know.
Guys, it's so good. I'm caught up. I love it. I'm having such a great time. Hey, honestly, a question for you all. Would you like to see us doing more kind of like reactions, stuff like that to shows like Skeleton Crew? It's something that we could possibly do. It could be something that we do live. It could be something we'll check in for the Patreon. Let us know if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, we just want to do what you want to see. So let us know. That's it. Okay. We're going to go through and we're going to thank everybody that supported us live during the show today. But first, Anthony, where else can they find you on the internet?
You can find me everywhere at Carboni, except for here on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me.
Oh, and me, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. Yeah, that's it. I'm mostly doing short form stuff over there and here, all the time here. Hello, activity feed.
All the time here.
All the time here. New stuff coming here. We're shooting some fun stuff this weekend, but you don't know about it. You don't need to know anything. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Thank you very much to Snake Zero for 9 months supporting the channel. We really appreciate it.
Thank you to Obi98 for giving that gift sub to Cheyenne is Trying. We much appreciate it.
The Ben Jack for 23 months and hope the BBs are doing well. We hope you're doing well, BB.
DeBearju522 for 51 months saying, are we approaching it? Is it almost 4 Pixel Circus years? Yes.
I know how many months that is. Sarasawiri for 48 months said 4 Gregorian years. Kind of like it here. Very cool. Thank you for being here.
Killjoy Monkey for 5 months saying good morning and also with you.
Oops All Bones for 11 months said, 11 months. That almost a regular year. Almost.
LV Soulfriend for 37 months saying, yay, Pixel Peeps. Brain's too much from COVID to think of something better than that. Oh, feel better.
Thank you for being here, sending hugs. Britt JK, 34 months, said how I love this community and how we love you being here and appreciate you.
Let me count the ways.
Oh, allow me to count the ways.
Obi also giving that gift to Alderman C. Thank you.
Alex.
I know that's Alex.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank
Alex,
you so
we
much.
Miss you. Elise Angel for 13 months. That's a
Pixel Circus year. Miss Reapers for 34 months saying, can never leave. Doors simply aren't real here. It's like that Pac-Man.
It's true. Old Man Yan for 38 months said, I like daggers. Is that a good enough reason to stay? Yes, it is.
Yes. Akoto Roku said, 2 minutes early. This is unnerving, but I think I still like it here.
I think you do.
All right.
51 Monster says so.
Get the hell out of here.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Spend your morning with us. We love you, and we'll see you on the Patreon next, or if not, on Monday.
Get out of here.